Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
It's been a minute since Lil Rod set the ball rolling concerning Diddy and his freak-off session male partners. Y'all remember, Lil Rod didn't mince words when he went against Diddy and filed a lawsuit against him for sexually harassing him while they worked together, manipulating and cheating him on his pay for the service he had rendered in his professional career towards Diddy. So before we elaborate on that, things are about to get ugly as Meek Mill, who took the most hit in Lil Rod's court document, is coming clean and giving the public a different insight into the story as opposed to what he had previously claimed. You might want to brace yourself, because the details of this story are as wild as the allegations themselves. Okay, getting into it. Diddy's empire has been crumbling for a while now, but it seems there's no end to it yet. Meek Mill is out here spilling the tea of what had really gone down behind the scenes. Before, it was all guesses with some evidence of audio and video clips. But things are finally getting clearer and more interesting. There's a new rumor flying around about Meek Mill being unable to walk for a week due to something Diddy had done to him. Okay, that's suspicious. Except Diddy cuts off Meek's legs or paralyzes him with some drugs. There's really no way he should be able to do anything to make the man unable to use his own legs. But guess what? Word on the street is that Diddy took advantage of Meek's backside, and that was the reason Meek was unable to walk for 7 days straight. Okay, that's wild, but it's believable. Remember Lil Rod stirring the pot when he called out Meek Mill and Usher in a redacted statement in his court document? Lil Rod claimed those two were tight buddies to Diddy. This type of tight buddy isn't the regular ones we all know about. Lil Rod put word out that they were Diddy's homosexual partners. To make matters worse, Meek Mill had been in some compromising positions alongside Diddy in the previous years before Lil Rod's claims. But even before the public could start digging through the archives of Diddy and Meek Mill's weird relationship, Meek already took matters into his own hands. Oh, don't think he handled it well. Instead, Meek completely messed it all up. After the news of Meek Mill and Usher being part of Diddy's Boy Toys went viral, the public had different opinions on the matter, and Meek Mill felt he could change those opinions while Usher was waiting for the news to die down. Changing the public's perception of him not being gay, Meek went on a long rampage on the X platform. Meek Mill posted more than enough tweets to prove he was a straight man, and no one should try to see him in any other way because of what Lil Rod had said. As much as Meek thought he was deflating the situation, it got worse. Meek wasn't only defending himself that he was as straight as a ruler, but he also picked fights with a couple of other celebrities on the internet. One of them is Andrew Tate. After Tate had questioned if Meek was truly gay, Meek responded, also asking Tate if he had committed the crimes he was previously arrested for. But that's not even as bad as when Meek went head-to-head with DJ Academics. DJ Academics' questions were more like he was teasing Meek, and Meek fell for it. He fell for it so badly that he got angry at himself, claiming he would beat Academics up whenever and wherever he met him. But did he though? After the whole online drama settled, Academics still clowned Meek Mill in several interviews, saying he was stupid for doing something like that.
When the Lil Rod lawsuit came out and there's the gay allegations about Meek Mill as well as Usher, but Meek Mill was the one that got real upset. He said, "I'm not gay." Like everyone stop asking me if I'm gay. I'm not gay.
Like, you know, when these things are happening, we're not just giving quick takes. Like, I'm going, like, even today, I bought the Christian Combs document, like the entire lawsuit. We're reading it word for word. We want to see what's because a lot of times on these sites, I've always said, like, I kind of pride myself on trying to.
Okay, maybe Meek Mill did the wrong thing and got rewarded with the consequence almost immediately. But that was the beginning of his downfall. Meek had previously mentioned the industry was out to get him because he just released a new album, and the industry was trying to sabotage him. Okay, Meek, but what about the audio clip that surfaced after the long rant on the X platform, huh? In case you're wondering what that audio clip is about, well, let's say Meek was allegedly getting freaky with his supposed homosexual partner, Diddy. It wasn't the regular type of audio where two guys were just getting down. It was more intense than that. It featured Meek's alleged voice in the audio screaming for help, while Diddy's supposed voice kept hitting the tight hole as strong as he could. It is such a messy clip. However, you should know things got more ugly after this audio clip went viral. Meek Mill wasn't only getting dragged on the internet, other compromising moments between him and Diddy also came up. From him being in an uncomfortable position in the pool, while Diddy made a video of him, to pictures of him and Diddy matching clothes on several occasions.
Meek Mills, well, he said a Philly rapper, you understand? And it was redacted in the paperwork to that because first of all, it had Meek Mills, it had Stevie J, they had redacted their names, and they had Usher, and they redacted their names and just said a performer of the Super Bowl and a Philly rapper.
Okay, that's weird. But what's more shocking is the other pieces of evidence that nailed the story. One of Meek's old song lyrics surfaced, where he could be heard rapping for forgiveness from God for the things he had done with Diddy. Oh, there's another one. Meek's ex account was noticed to be following a homosexual R-rated activities account. That was the last straw for Meek's claim of being a straight male. The public couldn't figure out a reason a straight male would be interested in following an account with such content. It seemed Meek was looking for ways to get better at his duty to Diddy. That should be the most plausible explanation for his action. Anyway, Diddy and Meek Mill may be on the list of most interesting alleged homosexual celebrity relationships, but they have also had their fair share of rough times. Y'all remember when Meek Mill and Drake were all up against each other and threw several curse words and shades at each other? Oh yeah, that beef didn't sit well with Diddy. Diddy is known to be a good and really close friend to Drake, and Meek was poking him, so their relationship wasn't as rosy as it used to be at that time. But who knows if it was even Diddy who made Drake and Meek make up the time they did. Another time Meek witnessed the other side of Diddy was the time he got a little too close to Cassie. At that time, Cassie was still Diddy's woman of interest, and Diddy wasn't interested in her when Meek tried to get too close to her. Removing these two situations, Diddy and Meek have maintained a fairly good relationship over the years. But we also can't say what must have been the foundation of the relationship. Word on the street is that Diddy must have made promises to Meek concerning his career, and Meek must have fallen for it. The rumors stemmed from Diddy's known way of manipulating folks to have his way. Lil Rod also mentioned in his court documents how Diddy had tried to manipulate him into participating in homosexual activities with him. Lil Rod claimed Diddy had promised to help him get nominated and win a Grammy Award in the Best Producer category if he agreed to be one of his boy toys. According to Lil Rod, he didn't agree with Diddy's offer, which made him lose not only easy access to the Grammy Award recognition, but also his hard-earned paycheck from Diddy. Aside from Lil Rod's story, there's also the young Justin Bieber, who got loads of promises from Diddy. Just when Justin started his career as a teenager, Diddy had already promised him a Ferrari and a mansion. What was the reason behind that? Did he love Justin so much that he just wanted to make him feel special with those promises? Or something suspicious was going on behind the curtain? Well, we will leave that for you to decide after you hear this. A video resurfaced online showing how Diddy made jaw-dropping promises to the young Justin Bieber. But that isn't the shocking part. Soon after his promises, he said he and Justin would be going off camera for 48 hours. And lo and behold, they were actually off camera for 48 hours.
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, it's gonna be yours. So, LA, it's a little dusty.
Diddy said they would be doing activities that are a 15-year-old's dream. But really? That didn't seem like the case a couple of years later. Another video also made rounds, showing Justin Bieber uncomfortable in the same space as Diddy. While it was evident that Justin wasn't comfortable talking with Diddy, Diddy still questioned him about why he's been avoiding him. Oh well, we can all guess Justin had experienced some unnerving activities from Diddy when he was pretty young. Also recently, Justin talked about how the industry is darker than the public thinks. Justin mentioned that the industry gatekeepers are the ones who cause harm to the young talents in the industry. He also reiterated how young talents should be protected at all costs, to avoid them losing their innocence in a horrific way. If you've been following this story, you might be able to figure out who and what Justin was talking about. Of course, he didn't outrightly call Diddy a groomer, but there have been several rumors about how Diddy had been a groomer of young talents over the years, starting from Usher. Remember, Usher also being included in Lil Rod's court document as one of Diddy's boy toys. Well, Usher's episode wasn't like Meek Mill's story. Instead, Usher has allegedly been a victim of Diddy's grooming practices since he was a young boy. Since he was about 10 years old, he has been staying at Diddy's empire, but their relationship is regular. Usher had once opened up on the wild things he had witnessed while he lived at Diddy's house, and even attended one of Diddy's flavor camps, where he experienced some things that weren't meant for a teenager's eyes. Interestingly, that wasn't the only time Usher suffered from Diddy's homosexual activities. Gene Deal, one of Diddy's former bodyguards, mentioned in an interview that Usher had to be taken to the hospital one time due to his backside suffering the same thing Meek's backside had allegedly suffered. Y'all remember Meek was allegedly also sounding like he was in pain? With the way the audio clip was majorly recorded, when the person assumed to be Meek was screaming with the sim of begging for mercy. Yeah, it's messed up, but it also seems like Diddy likes it rough. Meek Mill is just another one of Diddy's boy toys. But it's like he's done being on Diddy's side. There have been rumors about the possibility of Diddy also promising Meek a couple of enticing things that must have encouraged him to want to take part in Diddy's wild adventures. So Meek may have been stringed along for all these years due to those promises. But maybe Diddy isn't fulfilling any of them. Maybe it's all empty words to get his way. Meek Mill, who has always been on the front line of siding with Diddy, seems to be done with that phase right now. As it stands, it doesn't even seem like Diddy can help anyone in the industry, because he himself is going through his worst nightmare nowadays. Meek Mill finally realizes that those promises are never happening, so he spills the tea on the deeper side of their relationship, which we don't know about. So do you think Diddy must have backed out on his promises to Meek Mill? Or do you think Meek Mill is just tired of being linked to Diddy because of the rumors that have been going around? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel or turn on post notifications to avoid missing any celebrity news updates.